mentioned in one of the previous videos, my goal now with this ML320 is to put some miles on it, to just drive it. I want to make sure the engine is not an oil burner. I want to make sure there's nothing major wrong mechanically with the engine or the drivetrain before I start fixing anything else. But there's one thing I have to fix before I start driving it. One more thing. Look at that right there. Of course, we don't like mold. And there is a musty smell in the car, and the windows are fogging up. But look, we pull this mat up. Look at that, soaking wet. We're not talking about just mildly wet. This whole carpet is wet, soaking wet right in here. So what could be causing that? I cannot stand foggy windows when you start the car up in the morning. I found when chasing water leaks in these old cars, having a jug of water like this is really handy. Number one suspect in this car, because it's only wet on the driver's front floor, it's okay on the right side, it's okay in the back. I'm suspicious of the front water drain in the sunroof, and that's pretty easy to test. And I will pour water in here. I put a little pan down underneath on the floor. We're going to see if this drains. Whoops. So for a comparison, I've gone over to the right side, which is showing no signs of water on the carpet. Let's see if there's any difference in the drain rate. Well, that's a little faster, but it should be draining right out of there. So this is my trusty drain cleaner for these old cars. It's a air nozzle. This is an adjustable flow air nozzle here, and that's a nylon hose. So you can see I've got it started in the hole. I'm going to run it all the way down in here. Okay, now I can open it up. And while I'm blasting away, I'm going to massage the length of this hose a little bit. I'll push it down as far as I can. Okay, I've got stuff coming out the bottom there. Okay, let's try the water test again. Okay, rolling. All right, let's see if we got any difference here. Yeah, it's draining away. And I'll just keep pouring this on here because I want to kind of wash out that. You know, you could go outside and get a garden hose and try to spray in here, but you better have something that seals that off because it's just going to go everywhere. Okay, look. That's great. We now have a working drain. Okay, look at right there. That's how the water should drain out of this if that drain is free. Well, I know what some of you are thinking. Hey, Kent, why did you remove the front fender? I mean, isn't it enough just to get, you know, a tube and stick it down there and clean it out? Well, you obviously are going to understand pretty quick that just a tube isn't going to work. And then I'm going to prove to you that even a tube and compressed air is not going to guarantee a solution. The only way that you're going to guarantee a solution to fixing this problem is you're going to have to remove the front fenders, and it's not difficult. You will have to remove this piece here. This is one of the nicest designed inner fender panels I've seen. It's very heavy duty, no evidence of these cracking. It's just held on with some plastic nuts. There's about 6 of them. You got to get the tire off, drop this off, and then I'm just going to run through what you have to do to get the fender off. Okay. You don't have to take the headlight off. You watch some videos on YouTube that say take the headlight off. You don't have to do it. Just one bolt there. This will allow you to lift the headlight up enough to get this loose from the fender. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts on the top. Remember, these fenders are not glued on. They come off very easily. You have 1 bolt down here, and over here you have 3 bolts. After that, you're going to have to take this lower piece loose underneath the headlight, and the fender just lifts off. And suddenly you have access to the problem. You can spend all kinds of time taking off under dash panels and taking the car apart, trying to solve the problem. You're not going to solve this problem unless you take the front fender off. This is the inner fender panel. That comes off, the fender comes off. We decided after looking the situation over, there's no way that we were going to be able to address this problem without getting the fender off, because here's where the drain comes out, right there. Usually the drains come out down in here somewhere. So we were a little surprised, and when you look at this drain, you're going to see why even compressed air may not clean them out. We haven't blown this side out, but right now we're just going to pour some water up in that right side channel, and you'll get to see how the water is supposed to come out of this drain. This is where the water runs out from the drain on the top of the sunroof. I know some of you are saying, well, can't you access by taking off the under dash panels and digging around in behind all the wiring? Yes, you can get to this, but I think you're going to learn shortly, this is why just accessing them from the back side. Why'd they put this little restriction on here? There's some restriction in here, and I'm going to show you in a bit why that causes the big problem. But you need to understand right here, this is not the only issue that you need to deal with. This one isn't plugged. The left side was plugged, so I'm going to show you what we found when we pulled it out of this hole on that other side of the car. Take a look at what is in behind here. This is what connects to the hose coming down from the sunroof drain. So you can see what the problem is. It's not just the restriction of this outlet nipple, but it's the right angle. So you get junk compacted in here over time, and even compressed air isn't going to get this all the way out. Look at what's in there from the other side. This is what you see. I think this is probably a problem with almost every ML out there that doesn't live in the desert. Even though this seemed to be flowing okay, let's probe up in here and see what's in this one. Oh, look at that. So even if you think your water drain is working okay, this is something else. Look at that. So I think that was pretty clear. You can see how this gets plugged up. And what happens is water will back up the tubing and leak out some of the fittings, even all the way up to the connection at the sunroof panel. And so most people say, well, once I get this flowing good, everything is hunky-dory. Well, not so fast. What's this up here? This here, folks, is what I believe, in my humble opinion, that's just as big a problem as related to getting water into the cabin on those floors. This is the drain for the front cowling. Now watch. As I pour water in here, this would be all the water running off your windshield while you're driving down the road. Watch what it does. You ready? Here it comes. Okay, so it's pouring out pretty fast, but look what's happening here. They put this drain right on top of this drain, assuming that this old, tired, aged grommet is going to seal this forever. Check this out. This is how I fixed it. I decided if I take this front fender off here, I'm going to fix this so for 50 years, no one's going to have to take the front fender off to fix that sunroof drain. I installed a silicone hose all the way from down there, all the way up to right in this area, and spliced it into the original hose. This is run through a grommet that's sealed, so there's no way any air or water can go up this way. And then look at this deflector. This is Class A material, super smooth, and when the water comes out of the cowl drain, it's going to hit the deflector and just sheet off. So you can see right away that this is a permanent repair. I know there's probably some other W163 owners out there that want to do this. I know a friend of mine has 2 of them, and they both leak and have wet carpets. So I'm putting together a kit, which all the supplies you see here, that you'll be able to install this yourself. including full instructions in detail on how I did this. Just think, no more foggy windows in the morning. I'm just going to show you how the water sheets off coming out of the cowl vent, and then we're going to pour water out of the sunroof drain so you get a good glimpse on how this is working. All right, watch closely right there. As the water comes out of this hole, do you think you're ever going to get any water in that grommet again going into the cabin? Look at that right there. That was all the time running on top of that grommet. So now I'm up here on the top and I'm going to pour water right in this corner of the roof. And what's amazing is the water just disappears immediately. But see where it's going? It's going on the ground. It's not running all down inside the inner fender panel. I'm just really pouring it up here, and it's just out of sight, out of mind, no more wet floors. I think you'll have to admit that's pretty cool, right? So now this ends the video. I don't need to show you how to replace the fender and put the inner fender panel on. But when you're done, I think you're going to really be happy that you took the time to make this repair yourself. Because I don't think there's any shop out there that's going to fix it this way.